we have studied two lessons, isn't it? That is, and different layers of atmosphere also we have seen. That is a hydrosphere. Are you remembered? That is a hydrosphere and biosphere, atmosphere. Like that, the four layers we have learned. And today, especially, we are going to learn about the hydrosphere. Okay, hydrosphere is, what is the meaning of hydrosphere? The word hydrosphere. The word hydrosphere is taken, the word is taken from the Greek word hydro. Hydro means from the water. This is a water, and sphere means ball. Okay, sphere is a water ball, but that is a water on the, this is spherical shape. So, hydrosphere, we are going to learn about the watery planet. You know, our Earth is a planet which is a very precious planet. Why? Because all the human beings and organisms and remaining all the human plants, animals, whichever the different variations we are existed on this Earth sphere. No other in the planet, in the solar system, we are having this type of different variations, children. And why human life is existed on the Earth's surface is because of the water. Yes, water is very precious, and we must save water also. And here, 9th class, I am giving you one project, one activity. You have to do yourself. You prepare on one, you take one thermocol piece, and there you install all the hills and like this, trees and all you put it, and how the hydrological cycle in your own words you can explain. Okay, do this activity, and let us go to the inside the lesson. Hydrosphere, the different water bodies, how the lakes, maybe it is a lakes, rivers, seas, oceans, water. We are having all these water, but drinking water is fresh water. We are having only 2%, children. Okay, the two fresh water available for us is only 1%. 1% is in the form of ice, in the form of ice covering, and Arctic and Antarctic zones. This is also Arctic region and Antarctica region. This is in the form of solid. It was, and this water is always in the three forms we can see. One is a solid, liquid, gas. Solid is in the form of ice. Liquid is in the form of water. Okay, gases is in the form of vapor. Okay, these three forms we can see the water. Okay, and here if you see in the hydrological sphere also, in the hydrology also, in the water body also, we can see on the Earth's surface, water is in the form of ice. Water is in the form of liquid, that is oceans, water, seas, rivers, lakes, different streams and all. And in the form of gas, gas is a vapor which we can't see, but vapor is plays a very important role to get the water again and back. So this process, the water changes into the liquid to gas and solid. This type of three different phases only, giving water to all the human organisms. And all of us, you know very well, without water we can't stay. And that too, 97% this rivers and oceans, 97% ocean water we can't drink. But it is very useful in the form of evaporation, and where we are getting it back in the form of fresh water. Okay, children. So, this process is not started one day or 2 days. It is some billion years onwards. This process is started. So that's why here on the Earth's surface, comparing to other planets, and Earth is the only planet which is surviving. I have told you also. So because of that only, this human life is existed on the Earth's surface. Now let us see hydrological cycle. What is the hydrological cycle? It plays a very important role. These are the 6 stages are there in the hydrological cycle. 6 stages. First, if you see, one is evaporation. Okay, first process is evaporation. Next it is the transportation. Next it is the condensation. Next it goes to the precipitation. Next it goes to the runoff. What is the meaning of evaporation? What is the meaning of evaporation? Now you are in the 9th class. You might have studied in 5th class, 4th class, 6th class, 7th class and all. What the change of water into water vapor is called as evaporation. How the water changes into water vapor? See here, the sun rays, our dominant mega brother, that is a sun. Okay, sun gives us light and heat. You know very well it is. And nothing is sustainable without sun. Okay, so with the help of the sun, the radiation of sun falls on the water, and when water boils up, when the water heats up, and it gives in the form of vapor. Vapor means vapor. If you put a jar of water on the stove, and after 5 minutes you will get vapor, and the lid used to go up and down, isn't it? Aviri, you will say, no? So that same thing. And here from the oceans and water, whatever the water bodies are there on the earth's surface, these are all water bodies. When it is facing towards the sun, these water bodies heats up, and it comes out in the form of vapor. So not only this is a continuous process, not only daytime and night time, the evaporation is a slow process, and whereas daytime it is a faster, evaporation becomes faster, night time it becomes slow. And if you want to do this activity, if you want to see whether evaporation is taking place only in the daytime or not in the night time, if you want to see, you take a small bowl and put the water in that, and put the water bowl outside in your balcony. And after one day, you just measure the level, and second day you measure the level. Like that, after 1 week, if you see, there is a tremendous change of water level in the bowl. How? Where it goes? Where the water goes? Is there any devil came and taken? No. It has taken by it was evaporated and mixed in the air. Okay, children. So that is called as evaporation. Change of water. The process of changing water into water vapor is called as evaporation. After getting as a gas form, as a vapor form, where this it goes? Not only water, children. Here, human beings, we are transpiration we are doing. Plants they are doing. Animals they are doing. All the human organisms we are taking out. What is this transpiration? Transpiration means, you know, when we are exhaling the air, if you put your hand in front of your nose, we will get a little bit heat. Yes or no? Warmness we will get. And otherwise, if you take the glass and put in front of that will be shaded within 1 or 2 minutes only. Okay, that is what we are exhaling the air in the form of whatever water we are drinking inside, we are exhaling it out in the form of vapor. Not only we, animals are also doing the same process, and the plants are also doing that. So it is the evapotranspiration. Evaporation also evapotranspiration, that is called. Okay, plants and animals and water, all of us we are living in the form of vapor. It is called as evapotranspiration. Okay, evapotranspiration. First of all, first concept is you have to learn about the evaporation. What is evaporation? I have told you, to form as a water into water vapor. And later on, plants and animals, they will respire. Respire means breathe out. And when they respire, that the heatness, the warmness will go in the form of that also. So that both is called as evapotranspiration, it is called. Yes. Now, after this first stage, and now we will go to the second stage, that is the transportation. This vapor, it used to form, when it goes into the atmosphere, in the air is having dust particles. How do you know air is having dust particles, children? You can do small activity, one small test, and you go and sit in the dark room. Okay, close all the rooms, doors, and small hole you put. Whatever the sun rays fall, through the small hole, the sun rays, you can see the small ray, so much of dust particles rotating. Okay, when my childhood also, we used to play like that, to test whether dust particles are there or not. So like that, dust particles are, air is filled with the dust particles. With our naked eyes we can't see, but dust particles are there. This water vapor, and they mix with the dust particles. Slowly, all the dust particles joined together, and all this vapor, it became as a water, small, minute water droplets. These are all droplets form as a clouds. See here, all these clouds they used to form, and they transport. Transport means going from one place to other place. All these clouds, they propel. Propel is a moves off. Wherever they will see, wherever they are having this cool air touches, and it gives in the form of rainfall. Okay, so where there are the hills are there, trees are there, when they will get the cool air, this clouds clouds, they will they will give out the rainfall. They come so down in the form of rainfall. Okay. So after transportation of these clouds and all, next stage will be reached to the condensation. What is the meaning of condensation? Condensing. Condensing means you will say no. Condensing means whatever this clouds are forming with the water vapor, wherever when it was going somewhere, wherever it is going, cool air touches, it gives out in the form of rainfall. If you see, some places we will get the rainfall, some places we will not get rainfall. And see here, Madharam we will get the rainfall. If you go to Illandu, rainfall will not be there. Here we are having so many trees and hills are there. Such a beautiful environment when the clouds are passing away through the Madharam and we get the rainfall. Nowhere else we will get that much of a very frequent rainfalls, children. So we are very lucky enough. So this clouds used to give out the rainfall, that is a condensation. It condenses and gives in the form of rainfall. After getting this rainfall, this water, where this water goes, then we go to the next stage, that is a precipitation. Precipitation is nothing, only this condenses, and precipitation is in the form of rainfall only, it comes out in the form of sleet or in the form of what is the hailstones. You know, where hailstones sometimes suddenly it falls and sudden cloud bursts, like that is called in the form, that is the precipitation is nothing but the rainfall only. Okay, it comes out in the form of rainfall. After this falling of water, where this water goes, normally wherever this water, some water goes inside the ground, immediately it soaks inside the ground. If it goes, what will happen? The ground water table will increase. Okay, the water table will increase. So that's why we can store more and more water. And some of the water, where after the ground is soaked inside the ground, then the remaining water goes from the hills, it flows and it joins in the rivers or seas or in the oceans, like that it stores. And this storing water only, again it forms again same cycle. Okay, cycle how it is rotate the same way, like that here hydrological, this water cycle also plays a very important role, children. And so if you see, and it is water, wherever they will come, the water goes to, it is called as runoff. What it is called? Runoff. And this soil will take, and this water, whatever some soil used to be, and the remaining water is stored in the form of as a ocean side will go and join in the oceans or in the rivers or in the tanks, like the different ways the water used to be. So now you tell me, children, is it useful for this? Oceans are useful. 97% of water is in the oceans. Is this ocean water is so salty, and is it useful or not? Yes, exactly, you are right. It is useful. Why? Because if we are getting in the form of, it is a evaporation process, hydrological cycle, this water is playing very important role, children. So, and here next lesson you are going to learn about what is the salinity of the oceans. Salinity means saltiness, how much saltiness, how it was formed, like that we will discuss in the next video. So here what we are discussing here is a hydrological cycle. First lesson we have studied about the what is the earth crust, interior part, what is the mantle, what is the core, we have learned. Second lesson we have studied about the different layers of atmosphere, lithosphere, biosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, like that. And in the third lesson we are discussed about the hydrosphere, hydrological cycle. This is nothing but the water cycle. In the third class, fourth class you have drawn the pictures also, no? Same thing in the higher class or also 9th class you are going to read a little bit extensively. Okay, extensive in the sense extensive study is needed when you go to the higher classes. So this, if you see this picture carefully, then all the process is in front of you. Is it, am I right, children? So what is the first one is, the water changes into water vapor and forms in the form of vapor and it goes up. It is called as a evaporation. That is the first stage. What is the first stage? Evaporation. Next one, when it goes, and even plants and animals on the land, it gives out the respire. Respire means it in the form of vapor. So in the form of gas. So both this is called as evo plus transpiration. Evotranspiration it is called, and we will give out. And afterwards it became as formed as a clouds. All this water vapor, it forms as a clouds, and it moves on, it transports. evaporation, then it transports, that is called transportation. Then after transportation, it condenses in the form of the cloud like that. Okay, that is the third stage is condensation. And after condensation, precipitation, even giving out in the form of rainfall in the sleet or anything, it is called as a precipitation. After precipitation, whatever water falls down on the land in the form of rain or in the form of sleet or slain or anything, and it goes off, it runs off, and the third stage is in the groundwater. Maybe it soaks in the water in the by ground, and next one some water is absorbed. It was stored in the form of rivers, in the sea. It flows in the form of streams. It can be held up in the form of lakes like that. Different type from all these main purpose is water. Water. Okay children, water plays a very important role. Everybody 9th class, we must be able to learn about the hydrological cycle. So I hope you understand this small subtopic of this hydrosphere, hydrological cycle, and in the next video we are going to learn about what are the salinity of ocean, how oceans sustain the salinity. Okay children, all of you take care and do keep going on this works. Keep doing the works. All the best children.